Do you know how this affects your savings? Supreme Court allows Trump to continue White House ballroom construction for now President Donald Trump had the White House's East Wing demolished in 2025 to make way for his controversial planned ballroom. Here's everything we know so far. Financial analysts are closely watching how this develops and what it means for markets and everyday investors. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. For daily market and financial news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
Here is what Wall Street does not want you to know. Besant's bond gambit aimed at calming markets is instead stirring inflation. Worries the so-called break-even rate hit its highest levels in more than 2 months. Let's break this down quickly. This story is moving markets and has significant implications for the U.S. economy and consumer spending. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. Stay on top of your money. Follow Global News Digest for daily finance updates.
This is why your grocery bill is about to change. Ray Dalio says Besant move is sign that a debt crisis is getting closer. Recommends gold and Bitcoin billionaire investor Ray Dalio said that the debt buyback announcement this week fits into a larger pattern that could signal a forthcoming debt crisis. Here are the key details. Investors and traders on Wall Street are reacting quickly as this situation continues to unfold. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. Don't miss tomorrow's financial headlines. Subscribe now.
Is this the best trade in NBA history? Another NBA ownership shakeup. Mark Stad purchases majority stake in Timberwolves. Links for $4.5 billion. Stad will become the controlling owner after buying the majority of co-owner Mark Lore's stake. This is why it matters. Basketball fans and analysts are calling this one of the most significant moves of the season. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by CBS Sports NBA. For daily NBA news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
The DC story that is dominating every American newsroom today. President makes final push for Darlene Graham in trip to Trump country Myrtle Beach. SC President Trump traveled south to rally support for Sen. Darlene Graham, RSC, on Friday ahead of next week's primary runoff and urged Republicans to turn out in November's midterm elections. I think Lindsay respected Darlene more than any other person he knows, including me, and that does not make me happy. Here's what's actually happening. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are responding as the situation continues to develop in Washington. Follow along as we cover the key details, the background, and what happens next. This story was reported by The Hill. Stay informed on what Washington is doing. Follow us for updates.
Is this good or bad for the country? You decide. Supreme Court temporarily unfreezes Trump ballroom construction. The temporary order will allow the $400 297 pounds project to continue while the High Court mulls a final decision on the case. The key facts you need to know. This story is dominating political discussions across the country and drawing reactions from leaders in both parties. This is a developing story, and we expect more information to emerge in the coming hours. This story was reported by BBC US and Canada. More breaking political news every day. Subscribe now.
Did Washington just make the right call for America? From White House ballroom to IndyCar race, Trump's spectacles take center stage in D.C. The Supreme Court temporarily cleared the way for construction of President Trump's White House ballroom to continue, while the justices consider his administration's appeal. White House correspondent Liz Landers reports on the ballroom, as well as the president's IndyCar race coming to the nation's capital this weekend. Here's everything we know so far. Political analysts say this development could have major consequences heading into the next election cycle. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by PBS NewsHour. For daily U.S. political news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
Every iPhone and Android user needs to know about this. Hidden Zillow listings created fake supply shock, raising NYC rents. Lawsuit says renters say hidden Zillow listings make it harder to afford living in New York City. Let's break this down quickly. Analysts believe this move signals a major shift in the direction of the technology sector. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by Ars Technica. Stay ahead of the tech curve. Follow us for daily updates.
Every football fan in America is watching this right now. Ravens' Rashad Bateman arrested on charges of family violence stemming from June incident in Georgia. The 26-year-old wide receiver is set to enter his 6th NFL season with Baltimore in 2026. Here are the key details. Coaches, players, and team management are all responding as this story continues to develop. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. More NFL headlines dropping every day. Subscribe and turn on notifications.
The tech story everyone is searching for right now. Trump's space transportation policy calls for new spaceport on federal land. We probably need another site that's capable of heavy and super heavy launch capability. This is why it matters. Tech industry insiders say this development will reshape competition among the biggest players in Silicon Valley. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by Ars Technica. For daily tech and AI news, subscribe to Global News Digest.